Every month, Pantry Packers delivers crates containing all the necessary food and household supplies to Israel's poorest families and senior citizens. I'm here right now to learn all about it, pack some boxes, and help out.
Pantry Packers is a volunteer opportunity where the entire family could come and pack food to be included with the food programs and distributions that Kol Chabad distributes monthly. This program is together with the Welfare Department of Israel, and we have social workers in each of the 48 cities where we deliver monthly, and they visit the families, reach out to them, identify those that can benefit from this program with the goal of hopefully getting them out of the cycle of poverty, needing food assistance every month. In addition to the dry goods which we pack here and deliver, they also get a debit card, which is usable in all the major food supermarket chains around the country, where they can buy perishables, and it gets refilled monthly for like eggs, milk, meat, whatever the family specifically needs.
This is your first time here in Israel, right?
Yes.
And so why are you guys here? What does it feel like helping other people?
It feels good.
Yeah?
Feels good to help people. It's my 10th birthday present.
On your 10th birthday present, you flew to Israel and then decided to come help volunteer for people that don't have much.
Yep.
You are an amazing kid, let me tell you.
I actually heard about it circus time. A good friend of mine was here for his son's bar mitzvah, and when I heard about it, I thought it was like a great idea to take the kids. It was super meaningful, a nice way to start the Chag and just try to give back and show the kids, you know, what it means. Sometimes in the world today we have so much and we're so indulged and, you know, we forget all the good things that we have. And this is a reminder of, you know, to appreciate all the things that we have. Like I've seen my daughters very touched, and even in my son, like they're both, I think the video is very meaningful to them, and I see they're actually enjoying it. I think we might make this a weekly thing, and not just an Erev Chag thing. I think that before any Chag or any Shabbos, I think it's really important that every family comes down here with their children and takes a look at this place and has this experience. It's gonna be one that they take with them for a lifetime.
Passing it on to you, and then you pass it on to him. Oh, we got stickers.
Woohoo!
Now we're putting the expiration dates on.
Yes.
So can I do it? I'm so cool. No. You need to stick the expiration date on first.
Oh.
Look, I'll show you, Toby, I'll show you. No, I'll do it. I'll do it. I can. No, I didn't.
You're gonna watch this and you're gonna be so happy that you guys are helping so many people. Do you know how many people need this pasta?
Millions.
Millions.
8,500 is said in the video.
Oh, there you go. You guys have a variety of different programs, food programs that you guys are doing, right? I could see it on the back wall. So why don't you tell me a little bit about them?
So the first is the National Program for Food Security on behalf of the government. 10,800 families every month in 48 cities. They get, like I said before, dry goods that we pack, vegetables, and a debit card. We have the United Soup Kitchens of Israel, 23 soup kitchens across the country. Over 3,000 elderly eat a meal every single day. You might have seen our flagship location overlooking the Kotel. We have our Meals on Wheels program for elderly that will get about 2,500 receive every single day. They receive a bag for a week, but 7 meals for the entire week. They could choose from a menu of 14 different options, and they could change them every week. The holiday prevention we have right before the Chagim. It's about 20,000 families that receive assistance, and as you've seen delivery outside, those are going over, including matzahs, some wine, all over the country.
Doesn't it feel so good to be somebody that has all in the world, anything that they need in the world, and help people that don't?
Yeah.
Well, you're a very good kid. And so what are you guys doing right now? You guys are putting the sticker for the pasta?
Yeah.
And then from here, where does it go?
It goes to Toby, and Toby puts on the day and the family that did it. And then it goes there, and then it goes over there.
To fill up the pasta?
And they fill the pasta over there.
We spoke about Pantry Packers, but you guys do something special for the holidays, and more specifically Passover.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about it.
So Passover, as it says in the Haggadah, anyone that's hungry, come join the table. Take that quite literally to mean that everybody that needs a place to have a Seder, we feel it is important that our mission as part of our humanitarian aid to make sure everybody could also afford a Seder. So we have started recently this concept of, with our background of huge food lifts throughout the year, when our catering capacities, we could offer to anybody that would like to run a public Seder open to anyone that needs whatever they need at an extremely significant discount to make their public Seder. All they need to provide is a location, tables and chairs. We have everything else that they need. All the food items, all the items that go on the Seder plate, handmade shmura matzah, drinks, wine, grape juice, all the tableware, plasticware, tablecloths, the Kiddush cup. Literally everything that they need is provided at a fraction of the cost. This year, thank God, we're able to help close to 23,000 people come to the Seder.
So here is all the dry goods that are going into the Passover boxes. So we have plasticware that they can use. We have cups here. You can't forget the goods. The matzah over here. Oh, pineapple pieces, and of course, the wine. So these are all the dry goods. We're gonna head over to the fridge where they keep all of the fish and all of the potatoes and all of the good stuff for the Seder. Menachem's gonna show me it's a little cold, but it's so worth checking it out. Let's go.
I'm gonna show you all the food, and it includes everything they need for the Seder plate, and it's cold, so. So this is for a Seder meal that's going to, in Jerusalem, for 20 people. 20 portions of salmon, potatoes, side dishes, some more potatoes, beets. These are for the Seder plate. So they have eggs, chicken neck, karoises. This thing, for 100 people. That's what this is full of. Exact same potato kugel, 50 portions of potato kugel. $50 portions of meat.
It's been such an amazing day being able to come here, meet all these families that are coming from all over the world to spend one day of their vacation helping people that don't have, and pack up some food for, is some of Israel's poorest families and senior citizens, whether it's for Passover or these boxes specifically are for day to day. And this is such a great way to spend my day. Where can you see the entire country of Israel in just one day? From the holiest sites in Jerusalem to the stunning desert views, all the way to the city that never sleeps, Tel Aviv. Well, there's actually just one place, and we're in it right now. The Mini Israel Park. Right behind us is the Azrieli Towers. Over there is the holiest sites in Jerusalem. We're gonna go and explore Israel. The Mini Israel Park opened up to the public in 2002 and has over 300 beautifully crafted replica models of the most important sites in the country. From architectural to historical, archaeological, religious, and even social sites that are must-sees in the Holy Land. The park itself is actually just a 20-minute drive from Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, and there's really no other place like it in the world. On average, around 50 to 100,000 guests each year visit the park, whether it's tourists from abroad coming to check out the park, students from schools in Israel that come to learn about all the important sites to see in the country, or even events that happen right here on site. Surprisingly enough, over 50% of the park visitors are actually Israeli.
The whole idea of Mini Israel got started in 1999. The idea building a park. Started in 2002, we opened to the public. We average about 50 to 100,000 guests per year.
The park's slogan says it all: see it all, small. The designers, architects, and model builder team of these shockingly accurate replica models consisted of over 100 people from all parts of Israeli society and religions. We started off exploring the kibbutz model. The kibbutz idea is based on the principles of collectivity and equality among its members. Israel actually has close to 300 kibbutzim right here in the country. And now we're off to Ben Gurion Airport, the mini version of it. Interestingly enough, the Ben Gurion Airport is considered to be one of the safest airports in the world due to its strict security, and actually is the home base for all the El Al Airlines, which was established back in 1949. That's the plane I took to come and move here to Israel. Well, the miniature version of it. That's the El Al Nefesh B'Nefesh plane that brought me to Israel and made it so much easier for me to get integrated here in the community. Since we were already in the mini version of Jerusalem, we couldn't not stop by to check out the mini Yad Vashem model, the Knesset, or the Israeli parliament, and a few more must-sees. For those who didn't see my segment on the Yad Vashem World Holocaust Remembrance Center, the center is Israel's official memorial to the 6 million Jews who perished in the Holocaust. Yad Vashem actually houses the largest Holocaust archive in the world with over 62 million documents, thousands of photographs, and testimonial videos of survivors. We are in the old city of Jerusalem. Right behind me is the Tower of David, the Western Wall. So we're here right now in the old city in Jerusalem, the miniature version of it. Here's the miniature version of the Western Wall, and there's the miniature version of the Dome of the Rock. So we just wrapped up an episode showing you guys the holiest Christian sites to see in Jerusalem, and right behind me is the miniature version of the Monastery of the Cross, which according to Christian tradition was actually built on the site of the tree that gave its wood to the cross that Christ was crucified on. We made our way to the Caesarea Theater, located in the city of Caesarea, which is where you'll find the most ancient Roman theater to be discovered in the Middle East. Discovered in its entirety in archaeological excavations that began in 1959, nowadays it serves as a focal point for culture and art shows. The Port of Haifa is the largest of Israel's 3 major international seaports. It has a natural deep-water harbor which operates all year long. The port itself actually employs over 1,000 people, with the number only rising. The Mini Israel Park was the brainchild of Israeli entrepreneur Iran Gazit and reportedly cost over $20 million to create. So if you made your way to the Holy Land and didn't feel like you saw everything you needed to, the Mini Israel Park should definitely be one of your last stops. That way you can see the entire country in just one day. Well, the mini version of it. But at least you can learn all about the most important sites to see in the country. That's all for this week's Cruising Israel. Make sure to tune in next week to see where I cruise Israel next. Bye, guys. The building to the side of me was actually built over 300 years ago. The Sfardic House is a unique hotel in Jerusalem's Jewish quarter in the Old City and has history you wouldn't imagine. Let's go take a look. Oh, come on. So we're here right now in the courtyard, which actually used to house widows and orphans in the rooms surrounding it, and you definitely feel the Spanish architectural vibes of this specific courtyard right now. I'm standing right above where there used to be a well where all the widows and orphans can get water. You really feel the cultural, religious, and spiritual energy of the Old City of Jerusalem.
The Sephardic House Hotel is situated in the heart of the Jewish Quarter, one of the most ideal locations in Jerusalem. Just a short 5-minute walk is the Western Wall, or Kotel, the City of David, the Armenian Quarter, the Cardo, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and so much more.
You guys might be looking at this door thinking, who was it made for exactly, considering I'm taller than it? But what's really interesting that I just learned is that this whole thing used to be the door. Instead of changing the architectural concept of the room or having to rebuild or restructure anything, what they did was just knock down inside the wall and build the bathroom. This is the thickness of the walls of this complex. This thick. How insane. Comfy bed. Gorgeous high ceiling bathroom, some Jerusalem stone. There's everything you can ask for here. I need one of these couches in my house. The whole building of the Sephardic House Hotel is made of Jerusalem stone, which is actually a must here in Jerusalem. You have to build with Jerusalem stone, unlike the rest of Israel.
You can find visitors here at the hotel that practice all different religions, such as Christian, Jews, Muslims, all staying at the Sephardic House. This is in part due to Jerusalem's variety of different religiously connected spots to visit, most of them in walking distance.
We're celebrating my 50th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
And this is on our bucket list, if you know what that means.
Yes.
So,
congratulations.
thank you. I'm just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in a short amount of time.
I come to Israel quite often, and I bring groups. I want them to fall in love not only with the land, but with the people, because I'm not really in the travel business. I'm in the pro-Israel business. I recently had 2 of my daughters and my wife with me, and we slept here. And in the morning, my one daughter says, "I didn't sleep all night, Dad. I was crying all night. I can't believe I'm in this real city of Jerusalem." To me, this is the center of the world. I realized the other night when I flew in by myself before the group came, and I was riding up to Jerusalem on a cheroot, and I suddenly realized, I'm home. This is home.
That's so amazing. You're giving me chills. Do you know what that is? Chills. This is insane. John, thank you so much.
Jerusalem, one of the most ancient cities in the world, a spiritual haven to the 3 monotheistic religions, and a holy center that's transformed into one of the most modern cities in the Middle East.
Today, Jerusalem is the fastest growing tourism destination in the world.
In 2018 alone, Jerusalem had 37% increase of international tourism. Everyone is looking for a place to stay in Jerusalem, especially if it's close to the old city. Local homeowner can make a fortune of renting their home, especially if they have a luxury apartment next to the holy city.
Just this month, the Jerusalem municipality signed an agreement to build 23,000 new housing units in the city. The move comes as locals find it harder and harder to find available homes to buy in Jerusalem, especially in the city's most sought-after neighborhoods.
This is Mamila, located in the heart of Kfar David, just steps away from the Tower of David and the old Jaffa Gate entrance to the old city. It's almost impossible to find homes to purchase in this exclusive area because of its proximity to Jerusalem's holiest sites. But now a new real estate project is changing that.
This is the Legacy Project. Here you can find the luxury apartment between 77 to 510 square meters. Most of the units also enjoy an open view to the wall of the old city.
Wow.
The Legacy Project is one of the last real estate projects built on private land in Jerusalem. Most land in the area of the Holy City is owned by churches and can only be leased for a certain period of time.
Buying an apartment in the Legacy Project means purchasing a home that will be yours forever. It's owning your very own piece of the holy old city and earth.
What I love is that you have this modern, sleek look, and then you open the doors and you're transported to ancient Jerusalem with the Jerusalem stone. So it's kind of like getting the best of both worlds in one place. This is unbelievable. I'm standing on the balcony of one of the Legacy apartments, and right behind me we have the Tower of David, the Jaffa Gate. These are some of the holiest sites on the planet, and you can see them right from this apartment. It's almost impossible to find real estate where you get views like this. Now what's crazy is that we're literally steps away from the center of the Mamila shopping mall, which is one of the most busy tourist sites in all of Jerusalem.
This location is 5 to 10 minutes walking from everything.
And you don't, I mean, you have parking here, but you really don't even need it.
You don't need it.
You don't need it. You can walk everywhere. But the Old City is just one face of the bustling metropolis that's Jerusalem. 20 minutes by foot in the opposite direction is Machne Yehuda, an outdoor market that's the center of life in the city. This is where both visitors and locals alike go to get a fresh meal or just do some tasty shopping.
We discover the new Jerusalem, the Jerusalem outside of Jaffa's gate, with the nightlight there and the restaurant and the shopping. You have the best of both worlds, and it makes me want to retire here.
אני רוצה פיתה עם זאטר, יאללה. Wow. There's a reason that Jerusalem is placed at the same line with top tourist destinations like Barcelona, London, and Lisbon. We have the best of both worlds here. Historical sites with incredible spiritual significance right next to Hebrew University, one of the top universities in the world and a center of innovation. And then just steps away, an incredible nightlife with some of the best restaurants in all of Israel. I mean, it's no surprise that so many locals are choosing to relocate to Jerusalem. Why not make a home in the heart of a city where the past, present, and the future can become your own legacy?
Make sure to tune in next week to see where I cruise Israel next. Bye, guys.